Hello, my name is Hans George Campbell, and today I thought I'd show this Commodore Amiga 2000 HD computer that I got from Jack in Tacoma, Washington. Okay. This is an odd way to package up a computer. I hope that Jack wasn't thinking about shipping this computer like this. Man, because I don't think it would have survived. So let's get all this opened up and see what we got here. Okay. I don't want to slip and scratch the case or whatever, because I don't know how he's got this thing done. And I really don't want to mess up my monitor over there. So, okay, wow. How does he have this thing? Oh my God. What the? What in the hell? Man, why did he do it this way? Man, look at this. Okay, so we've got an amazing computing, an Amiga magazine. I'll take a look at that later on. Yeah, I'll take a look at that later on. I like looking through these old magazines because it's like you're going back in time whenever you look at stuff like this. So I like doing it. Okay, so well, I don't need the scissors. Okay, so we've got the keyboard. Appears to be an Amiga 3000 keyboard, which that's always nice. And it's not yellowed, it just needs to be cleaned up. So I'll do a total refurb on this keyboard. You know, I think this would be a nice keyboard. Yeah, I'll do a total refurb on this keyboard, and I think it'd be nice. Okay, so let me put this away, and I'll be right back. Okay, let me get this thing off of here. There. Okay. So that piece of cardboard is off of there. Alright. Okay, what else we got? We've got a mouse. Tank mouse. It appears to be in pretty good shape. Doesn't appear to be yellowed that much or anything. I think it's pretty good shape. The Teflon feet's a little bit worn, but I think this would be a good mouse. I'll take it apart and clean it, and yeah, this would be good. This would be a good mouse when I get finished. When I clean it up, refurbish it, it'll be a good mouse. So. Okay, so we got a mouse, Amiga 500 2000 tank mouse, and it looks like we've got a printer cable. I don't really need this. It's like a parallel printer cable. I haven't used these in years, so this would go on the trash. I don't use those kind of cables anymore. We have, looks like, a monitor cable. This looks like it's for the it looks like it's for the 1084 you know, 1084S, that style monitor, because it's got the round, looks like a 6-pin DIN plug. The 1080 Amiga style monitors, they use a 9-pin D connector on this end. So, and of course, this is 23-pin. So, okay, so I got another 1084 or 1084S monitor cable. I can always use those. Okay, and this is the computer itself. So, oh man, she's a heavy beast. Ooh, a heavy beast. Alrighty. Ooh, whoa, baby. Okay, before I do that, damn, she's heavy. She is heavy. The Amiga 2000 has always been a heavy computer. Always has been, because it's just well built. It was designed and made in Germany. So yeah, these are very well built. Anyway, that's the Amiga 2000 HD computer itself. So, alright. Doesn't appear to be in too bad a shape. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Doesn't appear to be in too bad a shape. I think it's in pretty nice shape. Got the video toaster back here with these things on it. I take these off because I don't want to accidentally break any of those connectors on that video toaster. So I'll take these off. Alright. Okay, so I guess we're going to go ahead and pull the cover off and see what's inside. That's always fun. Okay, the Amiga 2000 computer, because it was designed and made in Germany, it uses 4mm bolts. The larger bolts like this are 4mm, and the smaller ones on the inside, those are 3mm. So don't think that you're going to be using PC bolts or screws or American Standard bolts on an Amiga 2000, because that's not going to happen. This computer is all metric. It's all metric. Yeah, so make sure it ain't broken. Appears to be, it's just got a little bit of scratch there, but I think this will clean up real nice. It doesn't appear to be yellowed at all. It's just dirty. It needs to be cleaned. Yeah. It needs to be cleaned. Appears to have the lower quality Shin-on disk drives. I was hoping it'd have the higher quality ones. But this one has the two lower quality Shin-on drives. But that's okay. At least they match. That's always good. Okay, so before I take the cover off, I'm going to go ahead and take the screws out that's holding in the video toaster, because I know I'm going to be pulling that board out. So yeah, these smaller screws like this, those are 3mm. Yeah, they're 3mm bolts. Power supply appears to be extremely filthy, so I won't even turn this computer on until I service that power supply. Anyway, okay, so let's pull the cover off. Come on, what is causing this? Oh, it still has the original, it had the original foam on here. I haven't seen that in years. That original foam. Okay. Alrighty. So, looks like it has the higher quality power supply. Well, the one that I like. I prefer this one over the older ones that have the little holes all over it, you know. I actually prefer this power supply here. Alrighty, so what we're going to do first, I don't know if I can pull, yeah, I can't pull it out without first taking the drives out. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take all these boards out. I'm definitely going to have to, when I refurbish the case, I'm definitely going to have to put on all new feet, rubber feet. Appears to be a screw rattling around down here. I hope it didn't short out anything. Okay. So, let's pull this board out. I think this one's going to be a time-based corrector board from what it looks like. I mean, I know I might be wrong about that. We'll see what this is. Yeah, we'll see what this is. Okay, it's an ESA card. Is that what I think it is? Okay, I'm just looking to see what it is. It's a digital processing systems. I'm not sure exactly what this is. I think it is a time-based corrector board of some kind. It has a gen lock. Okay, yeah, I'm not quite sure what that board is. It says digital processing systems. So if any of you guys out there know, you know, what this board is, I'd appreciate you let me know in the comments, because I'm not sure what this board is. And it's got a, it's all dusty. It's got like a aluminum shielding on the back. But yeah, that's that board right there. Okay, so if any of you guys know what this board is, please let me know in the comments. Alright, so I've got anti-static bags over here because I knew I was going to be taking these boards out. So this way I can put them safely away in an anti-static bag. And I can deal with them later on. Okay, so there's that board. Okay, now for the next one. This one I think is a Supra RAM expansion board, and this is one of my favorite RAM expansions for the Amiga 2000. I think this one is one of the best ones out there for this computer. So, yeah. And this one has 6 megabytes. 6 megabytes of memory. That's actually a bad thing. And I'll tell you why after I show you the board and I put it in an anti-static bag, put it away. That's a Supra memory expansion board. You can install 2 megs, 4 megs, 6 megs, or 8 megs. Okay, so let me get an anti-static bag for that. Yep, anti-static bag for that. Alright. Okay. Well, I can see why this was done. Because originally, I mean, okay, well, it appears that the 2091 SCSI controller board here does not have any memory here, and it should. Because this controller uses this 2 megabytes of memory that you install on the board as a buffer. So not only is this fast memory, 2 megabytes of fast memory, but the controller uses this particular memory here as a buffer. So it's a little bit faster when you have memory installed. And I think that was the original intention. was they left the 2 megs out of the Super memory expansion board so they can put the 2 megs on the SCSI controller board. I don't know why they didn't do that, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking that they were trying to do. Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, so the next board I know is a Commodore 2091 SCSI controller board. I do not recommend that you mount the hard drive on the board. The hard drive should have been placed into a 5¼ inch to 3½ inch adapter, drive adapter, and mounted in the 5¼ inch drive bay, horizontally. Okay, so that the platter spins, it's more balanced, and the hard drive will actually last longer that way too. So, yeah. Okay, so let's pull this board out. I might have to pull the support bar out. Okay. Alrighty. There's the Commodore A2091 SCSI controller board, and it appears to have the 6.1 ROMs right here, so I'll be upgrading those to the new revision 7.0 ROMs. And I will be installing 2 megabytes of memory right here. But yeah, it has a standard Quantum 52 megabyte, I think it's a 52 meg, yeah, 52 megabyte hard drive that would have come with this. This is what would have come in an Amiga 2000 HD right here. So yeah, this is correct for this computer. All right. So definitely have a bag for this. I don't want anything happening to this because I love the SCSI. I mean these A2091 SCSI controller boards. I love these. I think they're the second best SCSI controller for the Amiga 2000. The best would be the one by GVP that also accepts up to 8 megs of memory via 30-pin SIMs. That's a really nice board. So, okay. Alrighty, so the last board that we have in here, and then we're going to take the power supply chassis and the drives and everything out because I want to take a look at this motherboard. Okay. So, the last board to take out of here is actually the video toaster. And I was hoping it was a normal video toaster and not that video toaster 4000 crap. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to remove... Damn, I was hoping I wouldn't have to do that. I'm going to have to remove the disk drives up on top. Yeah, I'll be replacing these 4mm and 3mm bolts with brand new ones. I keep them in stock specifically for Amiga 2000 computers and 3000 because the 3000s use them too. They use the metric hardware as well. So, okay. I might want to remove this support bar. Now, the support bar usually does not come with the stock Amiga 2000 computer. But Commodore does provide it, ship it with any board that you would buy, that you would purchase for your Amiga 2000. So that's how you get these boards. I mean these support bars. Okay, so let's pull the drives out. pulling them by the cable, but sometimes that's the only way you can do it. Okay, so there's the disk drives, and they match. They're a match set. I'll clean these up, and they'll be like brand new when I get finished with them. They both have the yellow or the amber LED, so these are the newer drives. The older ones had red LEDs. Okay, so there's those. Let me put these away, and I'll be back. Alright, so now let's get this video toaster out of here so we can get the drive and power supply chassis out of here, and we can take a look at the motherboard. Alright, so I want to touch something metal because I don't want to zap this board with static electricity. But I want to just concrete around my workstation, so I usually don't generate that much static electricity. And plus I'm wearing 100% cotton clothing, so yeah. Yeah, I've been looking for another new toaster board. I mean, it's analog, it's not digital. That's what everything is today, is digital. But it's kind of neat to mess around with these. You know, to dink around with them. But anyway, that is the video toaster board right there. And I have the software and the manual to this already, so. And that's the connections on it. And then there's the back of the board right there. But yeah, I don't like touching the card edge connection, so I'll be cleaning that before I reinstall this. But anyway, yeah, that's the video toaster board. And I've got an anti-static bag all ready for it too. Alright. There we go. Okay, let's put this somewhere. I'll put it right here. Alright. So let's get the power supply and disk drive chassis out of here. Okay, I think I will remove that support bar because it's basically in the way. So, yeah. I'll remove that. Okay. So, I'll put that there. And then I have a special tool that I use specifically. I bought this from Ace Hardware specifically for removing, it's a 7/32 inch nut driver, and it fits the nut that's on this perfectly. Okay. Alrighty. I don't mind investing in tools because if you take care of them, they'll last you your lifetime, and they'll make your work a lot easier if you have the proper tools. Alright, so the support bar has been removed. I clean this up, and I usually put another piece of like heat shrink tubing over this, and I shrink it down with a hot air gun, to make sure that this is insulated from any boards that might touch it, because I don't want the board shorting out against this. Okay, so there's that. Alright, the next thing I've got to do, I need to touch something metal. I don't want to touch the board. Okay, we're going to remove the disk drive cable and never have this go like this. I mean, alright. pulling by the wires, but it's the only way you can really do it on this. So I'll inspect the power supply more closely at a later time, because I usually do a recap on these and I blow out all the dust, and it'll look like brand new when I get finished with it. It'll look like a brand new power supply. Okay, so go ahead and turn this around. These bolts here are 4mm, the ones that hold the power supply on. Okay, in case you want to replace these with brand new hardware. And Ace Hardware sells these. They sell metric bolts. Okay, so that's off of there. Using 4 screws in the back. Okay, so alrighty. There's 3 4mm bolts on the front. Okay, so now we're ready to take this out. Okay, I want to get this disk drive cable out. Let's throw it over there. Okay, so there's the power supply and disk drive chassis. And I'll just, for time being, put it down here. I'll deal with that later. Well, the good news is, I mean, the battery has leaked a little bit, but it's not bad. What I'm happy about is that this is a revision 6.2 motherboard, which means I can do the 2 meg chip memory upgrade on the actual board itself. And what I usually do is I remove the 1 meg Agnes that's in there right now, and then I plug in a 2 megabyte Agnes chip. And then I unsolder these 8 memory chips right here, and I solder in 4 sockets up here. Okay, and then I plug in 4, I believe they're 4 by 1 megabyte, 4-bit by 1 megabyte DRAMs. So 2 of them makes 1 megabyte of memory. So the 4 of them comes up with 2 megabytes of chip memory. And then there's just a couple of patch wires that you got to add, because there's an extra address line that has to go to the 2 megabyte Agnes chip. The chips that are in here now and the 1 megabyte, because these are 256K versions, I mean chips, and the other ones are 1 meg chips. They're pin for pin compatible, except on this one, there's 1 pin, it says like no connection or whatever. Whereas on the 1 megabyte version, that pin is the address line that goes to Agnes. And that's all there is to it. And it's a lot better than trying to plug in one of those mega chips and take a chance on possibly breaking or busting this Agnes socket. So I'm real happy that this is a revision 6.2 motherboard. Yeah. Come out of there. Okay. Okay, so there's that. These are actually getting harder to find now. I'll put this over here. Yeah, the LED on this one of the easy ways you can tell if you got a Rep 6.2 board is if you notice on the LEDs here, this top one, the power LED will be green, and the hard drive LED will be yellow. that's a dead giveaway that this is one of the newer motherboards right there. I can tell just by looking at the outside of the case. You know, but that's how one way you can tell. Okay, so this Rev 6.2 motherboard is not that bad. Yeah, the battery has leaked, and it appears worse than what it really is. It's not bad. I know that this will clean up just fine. I'm probably going to have to wind up replacing the microprocessor socket with a new one. But anyway, that's the revision 6.2 Amiga 2000 motherboard. And I'll try to get you a closer look on, you know, the battery area, you know. It looks bad, but actually it's not that bad. This will clean up really nicely. I've seen them a lot worse than this, so yeah, this will clean up real nicely. I'm not even worried about that. Yeah. But yeah, I think I got a good deal. The guy I saw his ad up on Craigslist. He lives up in Tacoma, Washington, and he was selling this whole system for $950, and I talked to him over the phone. I said, look, I don't think you're going to get that kind of money for it. And I was honest with him. It was worth about $500 or $600, but I'm not willing to pay collector's price. I just want it, you know, I like these old Amiga 2000 computers, and if you need some quick money, I'd be willing to pay you $200 for it. And he agreed to that. So apparently he was selling like a back part of a tailgate to a truck, and a guy down here in southeast Portland was driving up there to pick that piece up from him. And he asked that guy, well, hey, since you're going back down to Portland, Oregon, can you please drop off this computer to this guy? And you know, and the guy did, so I paid him $50 for gas for doing that. And I only owe the guy $150. I only owe Jack $150 for the computer itself. So I think I got a good deal on this. I really do. I think I got a good deal on this, especially since this is a Rev 6.2 motherboard. These are getting hard to find now. Anyway, that's it for today's pickup video. And I guess you can also call it an unboxing video. Stay tuned. I'm going to take you on the journey of I'm going to take you along with me when I refurbish this whole computer. So stay tuned for those upcoming videos. Anyway, my name is Hans George Campbell, and until next time.